What's up, guys? We have some of the craziest, just weirdest news in the world that I randomly found on the internet. It's gonna be great. Before we get started, as always, I really appreciate you liking and sharing this video with your friends and subscribing to the channel if you want to see more reaction videos. I also have gaming. And yeah, let's get to it. A robot gets a face of living skin that allows it to smile. Ugh. Just gives me the creeps. I think robots are so close to just being able to 100% impersonate people. Like, we just have to give them a body that looks realistic to a human and it's over. It's done. There's gonna be like no difference. If humanoid robots make you a bit queasy, would it help if they had fleshy faces that can smile at you? No. This technology uses engineered living skin tissue and human-like ligaments to give robots a more natural smile. In this study, we managed to replicate human appearance to some extent by creating a face with the same surface material and structure as humans. We identified new challenges such as the necessity for surface wrinkles and a thicker epidermis to achieve a more human-like appearance. The approach promises to make robots more lifelike, and in the future, the researchers say similar techniques could be used on humans in the cosmetic and plastic surgery industries. So this could actually help people too. And this is some more pictures of it. That's a 3D facial mold covered with living skin, and then the 2D model. Both are just as creepy. The first one makes me think of that one serial killer, Hannibal Lecter, from that movie. Ugh, give me the creeps. To overlay and connect the lab-produced skin on a robotic skeleton, a layer of collagen gel containing cultured human dermal fibroblast, a type of connective tissue cell, binds to an innovative system of tiny V-shaped perforations in the surface, letting the skin move with the underlying structure without tearing or peeling. The work of muscles creating a smile and other motions is done by actuators. Oh, that took me way too long to say it. Have you seen this emotional support gator? WALL-E's owner says he's lost in Georgia. I will be on the lookout for him, I promise. But at the same time, I'm not trying to catch a gator. I like my feet on my body. The story is actually kind of sad. This gator is like a social media icon, apparently. The owner and one of his friends were visiting with friends in Brunswick when someone took the gator from his pen in the early morning hours of April 21st. Someone just stole him. This is a gator used for emotional support. They take him to like nursing homes and parks, meeting the mayor. People love to hug him. He's not an aggressive gator, apparently. WALL-E was stolen by some jerk who likes to drop alligators off into someone's yard to terrorize them. This is like a thing. So whoever's yard he was dropped into called animal control, and then they came, did their job, they took the gator, and then they released it into the wild. It really sucks because this gator is domesticated. He most likely cannot survive on his own in the wild like a regular gator. The trapper came and got WALL-E and dropped him off in a swamp with about 20 other alligators that same day. Ugh. So it's not their fault, it's the guy who stole him to pull a really mean prank on a stranger's fault. And the chances of finding him now in swamps full of hundreds of thousands of gators is slim to none. So hopefully WALL-E remembers his way home. This one makes me so sad. Real life vampire considered so dangerous she was padlocked inside a grave with a sickle at her neck. I love this woman. If this is how I gotta go, I ain't complaining. That is such a brag. Y'all were that threatened by me? Thank you. They did some, computer stuff, and they think this is what the woman might have looked like. And they said her little hood cap thing indicated that she was of high social status. And apparently she had a couple of ailments, like something that caused her chest pain that might have alienated her from the rest of the village at the time. Like, just kind of being a sickly woman, I guess, gave you a bad look. And then separating yourself from like the social circles probably didn't look good either. It was quite scandalous. This girl apparently just did all the wrong things to where they thought she was a dangerous vampire. Which, I mean, if you're in constant pain, you're not going to be that peachy. It makes sense. She was probably a little cranky. And this picture makes her look kind of pale, so I guess that's vampire vibes. Of course it's sad. I feel sorry that this woman was buried alive with a sickle and a padlock on her, but at the same time, like, period, you go girl. Men were that threatened by you. I love it. Japanese village struggling with low population creates life-sized dolls to mimic the feeling of a bustling society. This one is the weirdest to me. The hamlet of Shinono, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it, which has less than 60 residents and only one child in residence, is trying to fill the void with stuffed mannequins, which they dress up and place around the community, and even pose on swings and bicycles. So it looks like there's actually people, and I'm sure they just get tired of seeing the same people every day, so they're like, hey, new people. We're probably outnumbered by puppets, what one person said. Dude, these pictures are just so creepy. Like, that was not the solution here. Your mayor, whoever your leader is crazy. Yamazaki explained that although older inhabitants there had children, they encouraged them to attend college away from the tiny community about an hour northwest of Kyoto. We were afraid they would become unmarriageable if they remained stuck in a remote place like this. Out they went and they never came back, getting jobs elsewhere. We're now paying the price. I mean, I'm glad y'all encourage them to go out and explore the world, make a life of their own. I really love that. But yeah, it sucks. This town is just going under. All the residents are just gonna die. And this is a picture of the one child in the entire city. Kuranazuki Kato. I'm sorry I'm butchering these names. He's 2 years old and he's adorable, but he has no one to play with his age. If the village is left as it is now, the only thing that awaits us is extinction. Well, yeah. I mean, start getting to it, repopulating the city. Greek resident guilty of entering homes to smell shoes. Some people are into that. A judge in northern Greece on Thursday imposed a suspended 1-month prison sentence on a man convicted of disturbing his neighbors by repeatedly sneaking into their properties to smell their shoes. I get it, it's like harmless, and they probably waited to report him because he's just some crazy old man smelling shoes. He's not hurting anybody, but at the same time, you can't go around breaking into people's homes. The 28-year-old Greek man, I thought this was a crazy old man, not someone my age. I'm not 28 yet, I'm 25. He told the court that he was unable to explain his behavior, which he said had caused him great embarrassment. Do you think maybe he was doing something else and he just came up with a shoe thing as a cover story? That's my thought. He stressed that he had no intention of breaking the law or harming anybody, and neighbors testified that he never displayed any sign of aggression during his nocturnal visits. The man was arrested before dawn on October 8th in the small town of Sindos, about 15 kilometers west of Thessaloniki. Police had been called after a neighbor found the defendant in his front yard sniffing his family's shoes, which had been left outside. Well, that is probably the strangest crime I've ever heard of. Well, no, just recently. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys loved the video. Comment below if you want to see some more strange news. And as always, please like and share this video with your friends and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.